Hi guys, so I wanted to update you guys on Vybz Kartel Privy Council stuff. We have a date. So, according to Jamaica Observer, it says incarcerated dancehall artist Adidja Vybz Kartel Palmer is expected to know his fate next week as the Privy Council has announced that a ruling in the appeal to overturn his murder conviction will be handed down on Thursday, March 14th. The entertainer, sentenced to life in prison more than a decade ago, had been granted an expedited hearing by the Privy Council in October 2023. Specifics regarding the DJ's case were heard in the United Kingdom on February 14th and February 15th. The decision then comes just over a month after court proceedings concluded. It was expected the final decision could take up to 12 weeks, and we were expecting a decision really around the first week of June. After a trial lasting 64 days before the trial judge and a jury in the Home Circuit Court, Kartel and his co-accused, including Sean Storm Campbell, were convicted of the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, who was reportedly killed on August 16, 2011. The police took Vybz Kartel and his co-accused into custody on September 30th, 2011. Their cellular phones were seized. According to the Privy Council's release, the prosecution relied heavily on evidence derived from these phones, which was taken from a copy of a CD-ROM provided by Judicial, a telecommunications provider in Jamaica, in request to a police request. It is further stated that the trial, Kartel et al. Challenged the admissibility of the telecommunications evidence. They argued that the police requested to Judicial and Judicial provisions of data to the police were carried out in breach of the Interception of Communications Act. Further, the evidence had been obtained in breach of the fundamental right to protection of privacy of communications guaranteed by the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom contained in the Jamaican Constitution. The High Court statement read, "The trial ruled that telecommunication evidence was admissible. During the trial, the judge also became aware of an alleged juror had attempted to bribe others by offering 500,000 Jamaican dollars for a particular outcome. The trial was allowed to proceed as the judge did not discharge the jury or the particular juror said to have offered the bribes." According to the Privy Council, its ruling would be made against the background of several grounds of challenges. Specifically, should the trial judge have excluded the telecommunications evidence relied on by the prosecution? How should the judge have handled the allegations that there were bribe attempts to members of the jury during the trial? Should the jury have been discharged? Was the judge wrong to invite the jury to reach a verdict late in the day, given the special circumstances of the case? Kartel and 3 others were handed life sentences in March 2014. Their appeal was dismissed in Jamaica's Court of Appeals before the matter was brought before the Privy Council in UK. I think that's funny that he was sentenced March of 2014 and now we're going to get a ruling in March of 2024 for him. Honestly, based on everything that happened in the Privy Council trial, I feel like Vybz Kartel is going to be free, because if you're in any first world country and you look at how crime and murder trials go, the judge did a lot of things that were wrong. First of all, not discharging the jury after someone was asked about a bribe, whether it's for or against the person, that is a no-no. In a trial that is 64 days long, trying to force a jury to go to get a verdict within 24 hours of the case being finalized is unheard of anywhere. Even with the best judicial system, judges do not do that. And if you're talking about fairness, that was not fair. That was not right. And according to Jamaica's constitution, That wasn't fair and that wasn't right either. Also, the evidence being used on the case by Judicial and how it was obtained, we see that in another case right now where the woman that is accused of killing her son will not give over her telecommunication to the prosecution, to the people investigating the crime. And if she don't, they will have to go through a subpoena. They will have to go through a lot of red tape to get that. So the way that they got the information that they used against Vybz Kartel is also unconstitutional. They didn't go through the right realms. They didn't go through the right process. They just got it just because they wanted to get it. And if you're going to get evidence and you don't go through the right process of getting it, then it is inadmissible in court. And if you're talking about any other country, especially the UK, they are following those type of proceedings. And if they're going to look at fairness, if they're going to look at everything that they laid out, I feel like Vybz Kartel is going to be free based on those things that they put in the appeal. One thing I will say is the fact that they got to a verdict this quickly is kind of scary and kind of good, because now we will know his faith and what will happen after this. But it's kind of scary how it only took 4 weeks for them to come up with a decision. I'm happy that it didn't take long, but I'm also scared. Do I want him to be freed? Yes, I feel like he was wrong. And if they wanted to put him in jail, they should have put him in jail with admissible evidence and did it the right and proper way, the way the Constitution states. If you're going to put somebody away for murder, I feel like all your I's need to be dotted, all your T's should be crossed, because putting someone away for murder need to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Murder is a very heinous crime. And if you only have reasonable doubt and you don't have anything concrete, then you should go through the right channels. You should go through the right process. With that being said, free world boss. And I'm going to end this video by saying I will be looking out for the verdict and keeping you guys up to date. I'm going to end this video here. Like, comment, share, subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section. And I will say, if Vybz Kartel is actually free on March, oh my God, Jamaica, prepare, be prepared, because the people have been planning, okay, for us to get a verdict in June. And now that it's earlier, plan, because if he actually comes out, that first show, that first appearance that he gives is going to be something to be put down in the history books. And I'm speaking it into existence for him, because I feel like he did his time. If he did or did not do what they say he did his time, because we see way more heinous crimes happening in Jamaica where they have real life physical evidence and they get 7 to 15 years. Very big example. Philip Powell's daughter and his baby mother situation. Right there. Deuces.